This isn't going to be a long video. I'm going to just throw something out there and see if it sticks. I'm here to tell you that if you don't want something like this, you don't want to deal with water damage, wood rot, termites, roof leaks, mold, problems from building a planter. I mean, what we're looking at here is someone built a planter and filled it with dirt, and then I had to come in here later and pull all the stuff out. And I told the homeowner, I'm not going to remove all the dirt, but I had to remove enough dirt, so that I could put the weep screed on and stucco it. And this is a common problem. And I'll make a video that, hey, this isn't a good idea. And then someone will come on and say, anybody can figure that out. Really? Here's a good example of someone who needed that video. Here's a plumber. This guy was a licensed plumber, came in here, and for me, I stayed out of the business. I was doing a room addition for these people. If with this example right here where it's over the driveway, you're going to pour the concrete back over it. This isn't going to be as big of a problem, but just right here, what is this, about 6 inches in the soil, maybe 3 inches in the soil? Someone comes in here with a shovel or a pick, and you've got a water leak. So this, I believe this is supposed to be at least 24 inches in the ground. Floors, recently I just came across a video where the guy was sanding a floor, and it looked like he had over sanded it. And if that's the case, you got to replace the wooden floor. So a video where someone is trying to provide good information, how to use a specific tool, but yet doesn't really understand everything about what they're telling you. So I've even had people, I think recently I had someone tell me I wasn't a plumber. And I kind of, provide me with a definition of a plumber. If it's someone who can do what I'm doing, then wow, I'm a plumber. If it's not, then I'm not a plumber. That's simple. Here's a water leak. This leak was about 6 foot away from a shower, back of some drywall that's rotted away. The wood damage from the shower I just showed you. And this is more of the wood damage from a ridge that you're going to find this hard to believe. For anybody who understands how to roof a house, you're supposed to lap the building paper on both sides. This one here will lap over here, over the ridge, lap over the top. And then the shingles are supposed to lap over each other also. When I went to pull the ridge shingles off, I could see the plywood. They just simply ran the roofing up to the top. Now this was for the entire house. Why it only leaked in this area, I don't know. For those of you who believe in some type of spiritual being, maybe that had something to do with it. This is the bottom of the beam. Termite damage, right? And you're probably thinking, termites are going to, that you're not going to be able to keep them away from wood. Well, this right here was caused, damage right here was caused from a gate that was drilled into the stucco. They had a couple of holes going into the stucco that allowed water to enter into it. Here's a water heater. The water heater sat on top of this floor, and this is just simply the water leaking for how many decades, is what you get. And you're probably saying, well, wait, what does this have to do with information on the video? On YouTube. Well, if you're watching someone install a water heater and it has 1 million views and 400 million thumbs up, this does not mean that it's right. And that's the message I'm trying to drive home here. You cannot keep watching these videos without expecting someone to be providing you with the wrong information every once in a while. Here's a stair stringer that's up against the stucco. And it actually looks like it could have been installed. It was common to leave a 3/4 inch space for the stucco. When you installed a set of stairs like that. This is how I used to install them. But you can see right here, we got termite damage on the stringer that's up against the wall. The one that isn't up against the wall is perfectly fine. Well, which one's going to be harder to replace? The one over here or the one over here? This one is. Here's a crack in the concrete. And it's kind of hard to tell what that crack came from. It looks like this was all poured as one unit, but if there was some rebar in here, I don't think that crack would be as big. But I have done my research, and I can tell you that this crack right here is, there's probably a really good chance that there isn't any rebar in there, or the rebar wasn't installed correctly. So I just want to make this last suggestion just to drive this point home, and that would be the fact that when you watch a lot of these videos, when someone shows you how to build something, you do not get to see what it looks like 5 years or 10 years later. And that, my friend, is probably what we need to see. I just saw a guy build a stairway, and this stairway looked awesome. And I mean, it looked nice. And it built it for the outside. Well, if that was built for the inside of the house, nice, would have worked. I would say within a year, and I'm not exaggerating, within a year, that stairway is not going to look nice. 2 or 3 years down the road, depending on where you're at. You know, if you're in the heat, you're going to have problems with lumber cracking. You're in the cold, you're going to have problems with, or where it's wet, you're going to have problems with lumber rotting. I mean, this is just, you know, are there ways that you can make things last longer? Yes, but you're going to have to take some time, like I said, do some research, and figure out what is going to work, or at least provide you with a reasonably best answer to proceed, allow you to proceed with your project.